Minecraft has been one of my favorite games for years, and with every update comes more content and more fun to be had with it, right? Recently we've seen even more dimensions and more bosses come into the game, such as the Warden and the Mangrove biome. Stuff like that just makes the game all tie together perfectly. But there are some things that have been added to the game over the years that just didn't fit, and today I wanted to discuss a few of those things that have been removed from Minecraft. The in-dev MD3 mobs were one of the weirder additions to the game, and didn't make it past the in-dev phase, as you can tell. Basically we had Beast Boy, Black Steve, and Rana. Now these characters were made by a guy named DougandAK. He worked for Mojang for a little bit, but quit before Minecraft even ended its in-dev phase. And once he quit, those models were removed. Now, do I wish these were still in the game? No, honestly, they look pretty bad. I don't think that these were very good models at all, and just wouldn't have fit anywhere in the game. Another thing they tried making before they came to the villager idea was humans. Now these were just clones of the player character who functioned as NPCs, and they weren't that intuitive. Honestly, these guys were seen just walking in semicircles, going around doing whatever. They didn't really make sense in the game. Another thing that was weird about them was they only detected solid blocks. They didn't detect water or lava, so if they walked into it, they'd probably just drown. Another removed feature is that before the beta update 1.8, zombies dropped 2 feathers instead of rotten flesh. This was because rotten flesh didn't exist in the game until that point, so they had to fill it with something else. And to be honest, I still wish that this was in the game, because this was a really useful way to get feathers, and rotten flesh is kinda useless. This texture right here was found in the game's files, but was never used. It was a great tabby cat skin used for tamed ocelots. Who knows if we will ever see it implemented? I really don't think so, but it would be cool to have an extra cat skin. The more the merrier. Now the red dragon was very interesting. Notch had an idea to implement a red variant of the Ender Dragon. My theory is that he wanted a boss for the Nether, and the red dragon would fill that niche, right? But at the end of the day, I guess Notch decided it really didn't fit in the game, and there's never been any plans to bring it back in the game since Notch left the company, so at this point, I think we can say that this is definitely not gonna happen. Now the sky dimension is one idea that was implemented into Minecraft that I really wish was actually in the game. Notch toyed with the idea of the sky islands, which would resemble kind of the Aether mod if you've ever seen that. And what would happen is, you'd have a random chance anytime you went to sleep to wake up in the Skylands and play around in there for a little bit until you woke up. This would have been an excellent addition to the game, and the fact that it's not in Minecraft to this day is very upsetting to me. I think this would have been very, very fun to explore. However, we do have the Aether mod, so if you're looking for something like that, it does exist. Just not in the vanilla game. One of the last things I want to bring up is the brick pyramids. Now these were another part of the in-dev phase and didn't make it out of it, but at one point it was in the game, so it still counts. These were basically just giant pyramid structures, sort of like the pyramids in Egypt, but they were entirely made out of brick. Now I guess these were a good way to farm for material if you were looking to make a brick house, but come on, these things are ugly. If these were just spread out throughout the world, that would make for a pretty bad decoration. On top of that, they were solid brick, there was no loot to find within them, so they were pretty disappointing. So honestly, I'm pretty glad that these stayed in the in-dev phase and didn't get much past that, because that would have been a pretty bad addition. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Check out the merch link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.